Hey Insiders, Eric here from MUBUTV, and on today's episode of the Indie Insider series, we sit down with Christian Viam, lead singer from Danish rock act Go Go Berlin, where we discuss how the band hooked up with their management company, landing a record deal with Mermaid Records via Sony Distribution, and how they landed their booking agent, and much, much more, right now. Back at the first annual Global Rock Music Summit here at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, California. And I'm here with one of the showcasing artists, lead singer for the band Go Go Berlin, Christian Viam. Christian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Christian, I wanted to ask you, how long has Go Go Berlin been together, and how did it get formed? How did the band form?
Oh, it was actually at a crazy night at a bar. Christopher, the drummer in the band, and I, we've known each other for a couple of years, 6 years or something. And we played together in that bar and with another band. And then he just said to the owner, like, hey, when can I come and play again? And she said, well, 2 weeks. And then says, okay, I need to come up with a band. And so we went together, 5 guys of us. And yeah, we didn't have any songs up until a week until then. And then we started writing some material. And all of a sudden we had a band, so it was kind of a coincidence, but it's written to the stars in some ways, I guess.
Awesome. That's usually the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm curious, where did the name Go Go Berlin come from, especially since you guys are a Danish band?
Yeah, exactly. It's not the same thing. Well, it was an interesting, at the time we were, when we had that bar gig, we were at a place, it's not a high school, it's a school where you live at, and we were only studying music.
Okay.
So all the 5 guys we were living there, and Christopher and Mikkel, the guitar player in the band, they had been talking about moving to Berlin after our study about what's called this semester.
Okay.
And of course, Go Go was from Whiskey a Go Go.
Oh.
The Doors. All of us was inspired by the Doors. So, yeah, it was, and again, it was 1 week before the show she was calling us. So what's your name?
Right.
It's Go Go Berlin. So that's awesome. And then it just stuck. It's actually a great name. So
yeah, it is a cool name. A lot of our audience obviously are new bands and musicians coming up, like you guys have been, and I'm wondering, how did Go Go Berlin hook up with management? Because you guys have, management, you have a big team around you guys, so...
It was a really game changer. Of course it is. We found the perfect match with as a manager, hooking us up with experiences like this. We were at a point where, we've been playing together for 1.5 years, 2 years, and the feedback was always really, really great of our concerts, and we were really, really curious about seeing what could happen to get if we got a manager, and it was we were at this point in 1 month we were just talking, saying, oh, I really wish somebody with a suit and with a leather jacket or something would come up and say, you guys, you got what it takes.
Right.
And I think 1 or 2 months went by, and then we met Steve and Thomas, our management, and just everything meant, was being a good match.
Yeah, that's great. It took it to the next level.
It really did. Everything, just because we were at the school together, and we were just stopping we had the last semester, and we were all by ourselves, on our own 2 feet.
Right.
Or 10 feet. And everything was just, what's going to happen now? We're going to still continue with the band and everything. And then we got the management and just somebody working with, that side of having a band,
right.
The paperwork and stuff like that, and booking and...
Right. You guys are signed to Mermaid Records, which I'm assuming is an independent, which goes through Sony Music.
Yeah.
I guess it gets distributed to them. Tell us about how that came about for you guys, that deal.
Well, at the same point, we exactly like the same thing as with the management, because you're walking around, and 1 point you just realize you're ready for that album, and you always, in the start of having a band, you're always like, oh, we're gonna make an album. Now we have 12 songs. Now we're ready to make an album. Right. You're not ready until you have 50 songs.
Right.
And that was also the time we felt we were ready for that. And it was really a great experience because Nick Foss, the Danish, the producer of the album,
Right.
he was also he's one of the biggest rock producers in Denmark. He's been doing Dizzy Miss Lizzy and DAD, which is, DAD is also been playing here in America. And he was the producer of that, so it was really an honor to make an album with him. And he always had good faith in us making a good album, so it wasn't him telling us what to do. It was a nice fine line between our ideas and his sense of truth and them.
That's awesome. And I wanted to ask you guys about your touring schedule. Like last year, you guys played like over 80 shows last year. For our audience, a lot of bands want to be doing exactly what you guys are doing right now, touring like crazy and being able to play in front of a lot of people every night. How did that come about, with the booking agent,
Actually, I think this year, we are scheduled for 120 or something. And I don't know, Denmark is a small country. We've also been touring Germany, and I just think it's really important to be a band and to become a band. It's just, take all the gigs that you were able to get. And sometimes we're playing, wonderful gigs and experiences like going to the States and playing. But we're also playing, small venues with 50 people or something.
Right.
Now, it's not always the big festivals and stuff like that.
And is this your first time in America?
It is, and also it's the first time.
Wow.
So it is a really big experience, and we had a nightliner tour in Germany last fall.
Right.
And it's the first time for everything. It's just amazing.
It's awesome. So what are the future plans for Big in Berlin? Like, what's next?
Well, we're here in America and gonna play our first show tonight, and was really, really pumped to do that. Looking so much forward to it. I guess, I'm always seeing myself as kind of a pessimist. Or how do you say that?
Yeah.
So I don't wanna let myself down. Have too big ambitions. No, the ambitions is great.
Right.
But I don't want to get my hopes too high.
Right.
But I just guess it's we're aiming for the stars.
Thanks so much for joining us in our conversation with Christian from GoGo Berlin on our special MUBUTV Indie Insider series. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to MUBUTV for more information on how to educate, empower, and engage your music career. You can also check out a summary of this episode and everything we talked about in the description as well. And if you enjoyed this video, we'd really love it if you hit the like button and let us know what other kinds of videos and types of content you would want to see on our channel. Hit us up in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.